Have you ever suddenly noticed these tiny bumps covering your skin? Maybe you're freezing. Maybe you just heard an incredible piece of music. Or maybe you watched a scary scene in a movie. But why does your skin do this? Why does your body suddenly turn into a field of tiny bumps? The answer goes back to an ancient survival system that humans inherited from our ancestors. And surprisingly, goosebumps aren't really about keeping you warm anymore. Let's start with the most obvious trigger: cold. When your body senses that its temperature is dropping, your nervous system automatically goes into action. Tiny muscles attached to your hair follicles begin to contract. They're called erector pili muscles. When these muscles tighten, they pull your hairs upright, and that's what creates those little bumps on your skin. Think of each hair follicle like a tiny tree. Normally, the hair lies relatively flat, but when the tiny muscle underneath contracts, the hair stands up, and the skin around it gets pulled upward. That's your goosebump. So technically, a goosebump isn't something growing on your skin. It's the skin being pulled into a tiny hill around each hair follicle. Now here's where things get interesting. For animals with thick fur, this reaction is actually useful. When their hairs stand up, they trap a layer of air close to the skin. That layer of air acts as insulation. The animal essentially fluffs up its coat. You've probably seen this when a cat gets frightened and suddenly looks twice as big. That's the same basic response. But humans don't have enough body hair for this reaction to make much difference. Our ancestors had more body hair than we do today, but even then, goosebumps probably provided only limited insulation. So why did we keep the response? Because the same system can be triggered for another reason: emotion. Have you ever gotten goosebumps from a song? You aren't cold. Your skin temperature hasn't suddenly dropped, yet the same tiny muscles can contract. That's because strong emotions can activate your sympathetic nervous system, the system involved in the body's fight or flight response. Fear, excitement, awe, surprise, and even powerful music can sometimes trigger it. Your brain essentially decides something important is happening, and your body responds automatically. This is why you might get goosebumps during a scary movie. Your brain knows you're sitting safely on a couch, but part of your nervous system reacts as though the situation could be dangerous. Your heart may speed up, your muscles may tense, your pupils may change, and your tiny hair muscles can contract. Goosebumps are just one small part of that much larger response.